G'day guys, the Joyetech eVic VTC Mini from fasttech.com. Um, got this a couple of days ago and I've been playing around with it, been trying different wires, different things on it. And now actually I will be reviewing this mod in comparison to the IPv-D2 mod, which I reviewed a few days ago. So this review will be basically kind of comparisons between the two mods, and we'll just try to figure out which is the better mod out of the two. I've been getting a lot of questions. Which mod is better, is IPv2 or the VTC Mini? The reason people are asking this question is because both of the mods are 75 watts, close to each other. After firmware upgrade on the VTC Mini, it goes to 75 watts, and I've already upgraded the firmware on this mod. So to begin with, let's just first of all talk about the all the features this mod has, and then we can dive into the comparisons. All right, comes in this hard box. You don't really need any other box to cover this box. It's strong enough to go through the transit. Came from Fasttech in a very good hard box packaging. You're pretty familiar with that. Anyway, no complaints there. And standard configuration, what is included in this box: eVic VTC Mini, no cells, USB cable, manual and warranty card, and one wall adapter, which is not ticked. There's no check mark on it, which tells me there won't be any wall adapter in this one. And it's black color. There are two other colors, white and cyan. Alright, let's dive into the box. Okay, the beautiful gorgeous mod, just like the IPv-D2, excellent size, so small, can easily hide in your hand. I would say IPv-D2 is more stealthy, smallish than this one, but you can still hide it in your palm. See, can't see it. All right, now the construction of the mod, just before we get into the review, let's see what else we have in the box here. We have the warranty card with the code, which is scratched, removed for XYZ reasons, XYZ, and we'll not get into that. Then we have the service, the user manual, which tells us about the mod, different menus, different menu settings, and everything you wish to know about the mod, how to upgrade it, etc, etc. So just go through it in your free time. I would recommend going through it. The wire, the micro USB 2.0, this is actually what I like about VTC Mini. It comes with the standard USB wire for charging the battery. In IPv-D2, they've included a separate kind, a totally unique wire for charging the battery inside the mod, which I didn't really like. Secondly, on IPv-D2, the charging port is at the base. However, on VTC Mini, the charging port is in the front, which is a big thumbs up. You can charge your VTC Mini in the standing position. You don't really have to take off the atomizer in order to charge it. In case of IPv-D2, what I was doing, I was just placing it like this and would plug in the cable. Sometimes it used to fall off. That was a bit annoying part. So in that case, IPv-D2 wins by VTC Mini wins by margin. IPv-D2 needs to have the charging port on the front and standard charging cable. Everybody has smartphone charging cable, so why not use that? I have no idea why P4Y or Greenleaf or whoever they are, they decided to come up with a totally unique charger. Anyway, Let's get into, let me just go ahead and quickly put this all aside. Go inside. Okay. All right, coming back to the mod, the design, the look, the feel, the ergonomics, brilliantly designed mod. It's easy to hold, wouldn't bother you with sharp edges anywhere. But on this part, on the top platform and on the base, it's not rounded too much. The simple reason, the you know when you place it anyway, it should stand still, shouldn't tumble over or fall down. So uh, it's pretty nice. The fire switch and the tactical buttons, charging port, screen, all on one side. Absolutely fantastic. You don't have to turn the mod anywhere. You just play around with all those buttons and see the display, charge the mod, the battery inside the mod. Everything is brilliant. Let's go ahead and talk about the 510 connector. This is where IPv2 will win by a margin. The 510, the center pin is definitely spring loaded, but as you can see, I'm trying to press it. It just gets pressed 1 or 2 mm at the most. Not 2 mm, I would say just 1 mm. It goes hardly inside, in case you have any atomizers which have longer 510 connector or protruding center pin, you won't be able to make the atomizer sit flush on it. I have a couple of those atomizers I've tried, and they do not sit flush. There is some gap. I will show it to you. All right. Now we've talked about the design, which I really loved it. I really liked. Didn't like the 510, but the battery door is just absolutely fantastic. It's so snap. It fits so snap. It snaps in so nicely. Okay. They've used actually these strips, magnet strips, instead of round magnets, small ones. These are really strong magnets, and it actually, oh, I think I got my skin stuck in it, finger skin. So it's better than IPv2, I would say. All right, you can pull it down as well if you wish to open it up. All right, so this is brilliant. And inside we have 2015 mention on the magnet, one of the magnets, or the iron strip, and we have plus and minus mention inside, positive and negative. And on the base, it's just simple plate, no springs, nothing. And on the top we have this spring loaded protruding metal piece that holds the battery firmly inside. All right, so we can even go ahead and take this part out. There are 2 screws over here, one over here and one over here. If we unscrew them, we can access the inside panel. Excuse me. All right, let's go ahead and pop in the battery and see what we got here. By the way, the battery I'm using is LG HG2, which is also from fasttech.com. It's a brilliant battery, 3000 mAh and 28 continuous discharge rate. Here goes the battery inside, and as soon as the battery is inside, the display lives up. It becomes alive. You don't have to press any buttons, just pop in the battery and it comes up. All right, so let's rush through, actually go through it quickly, through the menu and different settings. This mod has 4 different settings, 4 modes. All right. By the way, if you wish to turn off the mod, power it off, you have to press the fire switch 5 times, and it powers off. Nothing comes up, and you press it 5 times again, and it becomes alive again. All right, let's press it 3 times to enter the setup menu, and it begins flashing. We have power mode, which goes up to 75 watts. By the way, I have already upgraded this mod to firmware 1.20. All right, it did not come with 1.20. It came with, I think, 1.04 or something else. I don't remember exactly, but I upgraded it to 1.20 firmware, and it can fire up to 75 watts now. Let's press it 3 times and it begins flashing. The first mode is power mode, which is variable wattage mode. Second mode is bypass. I don't know, maybe it's I have no ideas. It's just the variable wattage mode, but maybe you can plug it in, and while the battery is charging you can go ahead and still use your mod. And then the third one is NI mode, when you can use NI 200 wires and whip in the temperature control, temperature protection setting thing. And then the last mode is the TI mode. Once again, you can use TI wires, titanium wires, in the temperature control, temperature protection mode. And we go down. To navigate down, you have to press the left tactical button, and you can change the power. By the way, it does not matter in the temperature control with NI or TI wires. You don't really have to set this. Then the atomizer locking, the atomizer resistance lock is the third. And then we have the fourth, which is battery. You can change it to current. It will show you how much current is being passed on to the atomizer. Or you can use the puff count, which is showing 0.00009. All right, 9 puffs on it. And then the time, how many seconds you've already vaped on it, or minutes, I don't know, I think it's seconds. Yeah. All right, so these are the different settings. We'll leave it on battery, and we'll just get out of the menu. You can leave it just like that. After flashing about 10-15 seconds, it will get out automatically, or you can press the fire switch. Let's go and the menu is pretty easy. You can press and hold both the keys, both the tactical buttons, and it will lock the keypad. You can't change any settings. Key lock. And if you press and hold it again, it will unlock, and then you can change or whatever you wish to do. There are other settings like you press and hold the power button and the right button. I think it's the right button, or no, it's the left button, to get into the stealth mode. Now its stealth is on, and when you fire, well, it says no atomizer. Wasn't supposed to stay in stealth. Shouldn't show anything at all. Anyway, we'll check it later on. Let's go and fire my first atomizer, which is built with SS wires. Ball RDA by El Diablo, the clone from Fastech, with the heatsink, Fontech heatsink, not the Fastech heatsink. Some people know what I'm talking about. So we'll try to stay in the titanium mode, and we'll see if this mod can fire SS wire builds in the temperature control mode. Let's see. It says no atomizer found. Wow. You gotta be a genius, aren't you? Well, let me see what we got here. Okay, now it's showing 0.13 ohm in temperature, in the temperature control mode with TI setting, but it's gonna jump out, I guess. Okay, we continue to use it. By the way, without the firmware upgrade, when it was on firmware 1.04, it would just simply jump out of the temperature control mode and go into the variable wattage mode with SS wires. But let's see what it does now, if it's gonna fire the SS wire. Love it. It seems to be working just fine with the SSY bill in temperature control mode with TI setting. I believe if we drop down the Fahrenheit, we can probably control the temperature and not get dry hits on SSY bill. Really love the flavor. Yep, it seems to be working fine. So that's in conjunction with IPv2. Both of these mods can fire SSYs, um, SSY builds in the temperature control mode, but I do not know if this one is going to provide protection from dry burns or dry hits in the TPTC mode. Let's go and try a different atomizer. I wish to show you something which I talked about earlier. We'll actually, what we'll do, we will run the wick burn test. This is my Haze RDA clone from Fastech. Now remember what I said in the beginning, that some atomizers will not sit flush on this mod, especially those atomizers which have a longer 510 connector or protruding center pin. You can see I've screwed it in all the way, and I can even apply some pressure. Okay, I've tried my best to make it sit flush, but let me try to show it to you. It is not sitting flush. Can you see that gap? There is a very little gap. It's not sitting flush on this mod. I can even see the 510 center pin from here. Okay, so this atomizer does not sit flush on it because it has a longer 510 connector, maybe, or maybe the center pin is protruding. There's no way I can adjust the center pin on the atomizer, so it's gonna work out just that way. Let's go ahead and run the wick burn test. We are on, let me go ahead and first of all lock the resistance. Let's go down to atomizer resistance and press the right button. Now I've locked the resistance on 0.36 ohm. We can get out of there, and let's go down to 250 Fahrenheit. Let's see if it's going to offer temperature protection thingy. We have this Nakamichi cotton. It's just like Kojendo. Recently bought it, really like it. So let me go ahead and try some of this. It's just like Kojendo cotton. It works pretty good. I am yet to review it on IV forum. So I've already sent it to a couple of folks who bought it. Perhaps they're gonna help me with the review. We'll just cross check and see if they really like it. And all right, we have the cotton in position. Now let's go ahead and fire it on 250 Fahrenheit with 0.36 ohm resistance, and let's see if it's gonna burn the cotton. It certainly seems to be doing something. It's throwing out some smoke here, and we have little discoloration, nothing burned up as yet. Perhaps you can see that discoloration. All right, let's kick it up to 300 degree Fahrenheit, and we have some more smoke. Very little discoloration. It's not burning it yet. I'm gonna go to 350. I think it's around 380. It begins showing some discoloration with 0.36 ohm. Firing it, and definitely, yeah, it's showing a little burn. So I think I'm gonna stay with 350 Fahrenheit, and let me go ahead and change the cotton. It's kind of a little bit burn mark on it. We'll use a new piece of cotton here. We'll just to see how it waves at that setting. If I have to kick up the temperature, it wouldn't be really providing any protection against dry hits or dry burns. So let's see how it vapes at the setting where it does not burn the cotton literally. I'm just trying to give you a little bit fair, a little bit idea that the temperature protection on this mod works or not. Obviously it works, but I'm just nitpicking. I'm trying to see if it's gonna create some problems here or there. Alright, so I'll be using my favorite e-liquid, my own DIY, the ashtray liquor e-liquid. I've posted the recipe on eliquidrecipes.com, and I've already sent samples to 3 or 4 different folks and they really loved it. Some of them are actually digging up this flavor. It's really yummy. It's not actually sweet. Excuse me. It's not really sweet. It's sour, little bitter. It's kind of different from what you have been vaping so far. I don't, actually I love this. The reason is simple. I'm actually a bit tired of vaping those sweet tasting e-liquids. I've been trying different things. Okay, it doesn't seem to be liking this temperature. Whoa, okay, there we go. I kicked it up a little bit too much. Just like I said, 380 degree Fahrenheit should give you very good flavor with 0.36 ohm resistance. Alright. I think I'm gonna push it up a little bit. 410 Fahrenheit. Yep, pretty consistent vape, smooth, good flavor. Alright, so that concludes everything. That's my review about the IPV Mini. IPV VTC Mini, I'm sorry. To compare it with the IPV D2, I actually liked IPV D2 more than the VTC Mini. By no means I'm trying to say that it's not a good mod, but definitely I liked the IPV D2 more because of a couple of things. First of all, you can have all of your atomizers sit flush on it. Secondly, the temperature control thing works better on it. I can use my SS wires without a problem on that mod. I haven't actually checked SS wire builds, or maybe we can do it right away. We have this this eddy build up already built up with SS wires. All I have to do is quickly replace the cotton. Maybe I can do it quickly. Alright, let's get into it. Why not? Please allow me a moment here. Alright. It's too much juice inside. I'm just gonna waste that juice. Please bear with me. I don't want to leave a doubt whether the SS wire will work or not. I think I'm gonna remove one of the wires here. Okay, it's an old build. Haven't really cleaned it from some time, so it might look a bit crappy. Alright, all done, and fuck, it looks so bad, black. I've been vaping some coffee flavor on it. Come on. And how come? What the fuck? Okay. Why are you unscrewing out of it? Alright, we have 0.26. Well, by the way, you can always use a 510 connector, 510 heatsink like this in order to make the atomizer sit flush on this mod. This Fontech 510 heatsink is 22 mm in diameter, and it allows two-way adjustment. You can adjust the atomizer and make it sit flush on it, and you can also adjust it down to make it, completely sit flush on the mod as well. So apart from that, it also stops heat from flowing down to the mod, which is a big plus. Okay, before we go ahead and do anything, let me go ahead and unlock the resistance. We'll have to relock it. Alright, so we have 0.26, and I'm gonna lock the resistance on 0.26. We are on 410 Fahrenheit. I think I'm gonna drop down to 350. Hey, hey, hey. Look at that. Fucking. I'm gonna go down to 300 Fahrenheit. And it glows the coil red. Alright, 250. Oh, finally it said protection. But I can still see the cotton going red. Maybe I can show it up close. See that? Now we are just on 250 Fahrenheit. So the Joyetech VTC Mini does not support SS wires in the temperature control mode. Let me go ahead and try this in NI mode and see. Let's lock it. Damn, I need to lock the resistance as well. Yep, locked. And it glows red, and then it says protection. It jumps to TI mode automatically. It has shifted to TI mode. So it partially supports SS wires. As you can see, it begins glowing the coil red, and then it stops and says protection. But it does not work flawless, so I would conclude that you cannot use SS wires in TC. Oh, it's damn hot. In the TP mode. Excuse me. It does not work. You can use titanium wires, nickel wires in the TPTC mode. In regular mode, you can use SS wires and Canthal wires. Alright, I hope I have covered all the points, and my personal opinion is that IPv2 is a better mod because it supports SS wire. I really love SS wires, to be very frank about different wires. I've used Canthal NI200 titanium, as well as the Canthal. We've been using Canthal since ages. But I like IPv2 more because it allows me to control the temperature using the SS wires. Although that's also partial temperature protection. It's not so accurate, or shall we say good enough. So maybe in the future we'll have more mods that will allow us to control temperature with SS wires. Alright, so that's the end of my review. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching. You have a good one there.